Hello! Today is Monday, May 5th, 2014. Also known as two different days. One is Cinco de Mayo, which has to do with the wonderful country of Mexico. And yeah, even though they got a bunch of shit, they got a lot of corruption down there, Mexico is still pretty awesome. It's kind of like, it's a two-sided coin. It's pretty awesome and fucked up at the same time. But anyways, and then the next holiday thing is Revenge of the 5th, which is kind of like, I don't know if it's an actual date. A lot of people call it Revenge of the 5th because kind of just goes along with it after May the 4th be with you, which was yesterday. So I'm going to quickly touch base on yesterday. If you remember the last vlog that I did, which, okay, sorry, got sidetracked. Last vlog I did, I put on my old military glasses to see if anybody would notice, and nobody noticed. I don't know. I mean, whatever. It's not really like a really big thing, you know, but it just kind of goes to show that people don't really notice the details. So, what am I going to talk today about? I'm going to take a serious topic, and a topic that a lot of companies and corporations right now don't like the sound of, and that's what we would call labor unions. Labor unions. They were basically, you know, attacked and, you know, assassinated almost back in the 1970s. With 1980 being a very important year because Ronald Reagan, even though I believe and think that he was a good president. I'm not saying that he's not a good president, but, you know, with the labor union that was currently on strike, I think it was like the traffic controllers or something like that, and he used the office of the President of the United States to get involved in private free enterprise business, because air traffic controllers, they're not under government jurisdiction. I mean, sure, the FAA, you know, has some involvement as far as governing and rules and regulations, but as far as the actual air traffic controllers themselves, they're at the under the control of the airports. So that's private enterprise. So the moment government got involved, that was a huge blow to labor unions. Now, Robert Reich will be the first to agree with me. As a matter of fact, one of these days, if I can actually have a conversation, maybe a cup of coffee with him, that'd be pretty cool. But anyways, he believes, and I believe, that labor unions is what gives the American worker a voice and the ability to influence and the ability to negotiate for their livelihood. I'm going to use their because it's a plural. So, but since labor unions have been reduced to pretty much absolutely nothing, companies can screw people left and right, left and right, left and right, left and right, without absolutely no repercussions. They don't have to be held accountable for being socially irresponsible, for demolishing and destroying communities and cities and regions, because companies do that. When companies lay off workers, or they fire workers, or they close down operations to send them overseas, that is socially irresponsible. Actually, that's basically socially evil, because that is a direct destructive action against our, the United States of America. That's us. So, a lot more people are paying attention, especially the kids. A lot of kids nowadays are paying attention. Thank you, Robert Reich, for actually having classes at Berkeley talking about labor unions, talking about social inequality when it concerns, economic wealth. Thank you very much. And once again, I'm gonna plug his documentary, Inequality for All. Inequality for All. If you haven't seen it, it's on Netflix. Take a look at it. Watch it. Watch it a couple of times. Let it sink in. He's not talking bullshit. He's backing it up with evidence. He's backing it up with facts. He's backing it up with statistics. And he's backing it up with historical examples. He's very optimistic. Me, not so optimistic. I want to be, but I do predict the return. I want to say Return of the Jedi, but no, it's the return of the labor union. And I'm saying between now and 5 years from now, labor unions will be returning. But the fact is that they're not going to be representing a lot of manufacturing facilities. Although I'm sure that those that are left here in the United States will be represented by labor unions. It's going to be more service and retail oriented labor unions. Oh no! Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. But the fact is that labor unions are voluntary. They're, if everybody votes into it, they're not going to be having a labor union. But the companies that are doing the right thing, paying their people what they're worth and taking care of their best asset. And their best asset isn't a building, isn't a product, isn't, whatever, and it isn't money. A company's best asset will always be people because, one, we live on Earth and there's no way around it. No matter how much a company can eliminate the human presence within their company, it's still going to be there because they're always going to have humans. They're always going to have people. So the people need to be represented. The people need to be taken care of.